to Sticky One still with me, Peace, Mary,
Daniel,
Rich,
Hannah, and you also known as Deborah,
Simi,
David, Jimmy,
and today's special new edition.
Kel.
Well, he's not really a special edition. He just wasn't here.
he was late. Late.
But you'll definitely hear a lot more of him, trust.
Yeah, so welcome, Kel. Thank you for being here. So our topic for today is actually about International Women's Day. It is International Women's Day today, which is Sunday, but obviously you're going to hear it on Tuesday, but that's all right, that's fine. But we're just here to celebrate our wonderful women who have been amazing to us, our mothers, our sisters, our aunts, like every woman out there in the world. Let's give them a clap. So, Rich, you were saying something before, weren't you?
Yeah, so actually the situation we're going to come up with today that we're going to bring forward is that even though it's International Women's Day, so it's actually Sunday, we're recording this on Sunday.
She already said that, but what are you doing?
I'll reiterate. Let me reiterate. So basically today, when I woke up and I saw some nice positive messages about International Women's Day, but my boys were also making some jokes saying Happy International Kitchen Day and Happy Dishwasher Day and different things like that. And I just wanted to know, is it acceptable? Is it acceptable to be making jokes in women's expense, especially in important days such as today?
I'm going to say, let's hear what the guys have to say first, then we ladies can talk.
By the way, there's only 4 of us, so we're outnumbered.
Exactly.
I feel like
we need more women. What's this?
If anyone wants to join us, please feel free to send your application.
The application for your CV.
Anyway, Danny, do you have any views on this?
Yeah.
So I think it's acceptable to.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you?
I feel like if as us boys, man, we can make a joke or Happy Dishwasher Day or Happy everything. I feel like if the women understand that we're just having banter and everything, then it should be alright to able to joke with them because.
But now, when you put it on social media, it's like not everyone is that like understanding because you put it on this like whole mass media for every girl.
But then if you don't have the level of humor that I have, then
But I feel like everything's on social media these days anyway. So if you make a joke and it bangs, put it on social media.
Exactly.
So, but I feel like obviously if you take offense to it, that's your own.
But
I feel like just take offense to your own. Just take it by yourself. But everyone else finds it funny, so I don't think it's that deep.
As long as it is a joke.
Even a joke, that's the point.
Wait. I know, I'm saying like as long as the fact that it's a joke, there's also this discriminatory side to it as well. I know it's a joke, but not every was it Peace that said it? Anyways, that not everyone might take it as a joke. I get the fact that it's a joke, but there's still the discriminatory side to it. So you need to also think about that. You're basically because women, there's this stereotype that the olden days whatever we do the dishes, we do that. That's not even no.
I genuinely think that as our generation, we are too hypersensitive to certain jokes and certain I think we're too hypersensitive, but with International Women's Day, it's one of the things that, as terms as men, because I'm a man, we shouldn't cross that at all. I think if you want to make a joke like that, or if you want to have banter, okay, fine. You just have to do it personally to the person to the woman that you're joking around with, because she will understand, she'll know how you are. But if you're posting it on Snap saying Happy Dishwasher Day, that's completely disrespect. Because you can't say that if you don't have the same level of humor. What do you mean? That you're one person and you're advertising a certain type of message to thousands of people.
Yeah, but it's not thousands, because the way I would address it, if I said it, it's not like I'll say to 300 people or 400 people. I said to 10 people, and it's not like they're gonna start screenshotting and posting it. This is what this is.
That's what social media is.
Not everyone. Not everyone.
It takes one person.
No, but not everyone would do that, because the thing is, I won't even post it. For example, let's say there's a couple what's it called, girls man snap. I would say, Happy Dishwasher Day as a joke, and they would say shut up with laughing emojis and everything, and they would take it from there. But it's not like I post it on my main story to everyone to see and then insult lots of women, girls. So
think about it like this. On Black History Month, we don't allow people who are not black to make jokes about us, especially on that. So boys shouldn't be making jokes about girls on International Women's Day.
Yeah, but that is so important. But everyone here, do you find the joke offensive?
No.
But you know me, like, I make the most insensitive jokes to you guys all the time, so like, I can't really get angry if you guys make an insensitive joke.
That's my point, like, I don't think that, obviously, I acknowledge the women, like, it's a day for women to enjoy themselves and everything, but I feel like if we can make jokes about certain stuff, like, if we can make jokes about that, I feel like it's fine. I don't feel, if it's only a joke, then yes, it's fine. If it's anything more than a joke, then it's a bit, then consequences. But aside from that, I don't feel like, just because it's Women's Day, you should do this. When there's other days, we make jokes about everything. So I don't think just because Women's Day should just change.
I feel like, especially with everything that we're just saying, I have to say that, especially us black men, we have such a double standard. We can't say things like, oh, making jokes, even though none of the people around me find it offensive, so it's calm, I can make International Women's Day jokes. If a white person was to come up and call you the N-word, will you not get triggered?
That's the point.
You'll get triggered. If they call you a joke, there's no difference. We have to understand, especially because this is what our generation likes to do a lot. We like to say, okay, but if it's this situation, we have to treat it like this. But if it's this situation, it's fine. It doesn't really matter. If a white person comes and calls you the N-word as a joke, it's the same thing as you going to someone else and telling them Happy Dishwasher Day. It's all the same. It's all the same.
Like, the thing about it is, it depends on the person that you're saying it to. The person could, for instance, if a white person came to me and said, "Oh, you N-word," innit? I'm not gonna attack him. I'm not gonna, I wouldn't get triggered personally. So I think it depends on the person, the woman that you make the inappropriate joke to. So, it doesn't really apply to everyone. Like, the behavior,
and I was going to say, you need to remember, women are different from men. Okay, it's funny. Not all men, boys and girls are different we're just different anyway. We've got different personalities, we've got different emotions. The way we handle things is a lot different. And like, you may say it to your friend and you think she finds it funny and all that, but you never know, she might go say to her friend, oh yeah, this Daniel went and said, oh, Happy Dishwasher Day.
Exactly.
So I'm sure there's some girls out there that would say it. I'm sure for a fact they'll be like, yeah, I actually find that offensive. Because you need to think about how far women have come to be where they are. Because before, we couldn't even work. We would have, if we wanted money, we have to go to the men to go get our money. And then we'll have to be like, we'll go from our father's house to our husband's house. So our father has to go get us money, and then our husband has to go get us money. That's why we celebrate International Women's Day, because we've come so far.
But linking this back to the Bible, isn't that the way? Not necessarily God, but in terms of, because what I hear a lot from Christians is that women and men, it's not the same. It's not 50-50.
Yeah, remember.
So in terms of like going back to the Bible, men being the breadwinners and providing for their kids, isn't that the way? Don't quote me on this, but isn't that the way certain Christians believe that God intended it to be?
Yeah, exactly.
Certain Christians, it's not.
David, you were about to say something.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask a question.
Yeah.
Would you go home and say this to your mom?
Never.
Exactly.
Would you actually have the guts?
But at the same time, there's a lot of
no, with that. After all your mom has done for you, after everything she's been through, when she gave birth to you, and women are still going to go through that process, would you still have the guts to speak it out to your mom's face?
That's a slap. Bless your life.
But I think that goes back to knowing who you're saying the joke.
Exactly. Because if you're saying it to one of your friends that are girls and then comparing it to your mom, you know that, okay, my mom's going to take higher offense than the girls I'm speaking to. Because, because overall, the banter I'll have with my mom and the banter I have with the friends that are girls will be very different. So, like, they will take the joke more lighter than, obviously, that my mom will take it.
I still feel like we have to get back to the point that, to me, like, it's just still a joke. Obviously, I appreciate what women have done and all of that, but a joke is a joke. If girls make jokes about boys, we laugh it off. If we make jokes about you, laugh it off. That's what I think personally. Obviously, people take the joke in different ways. They tend it. Some people mean it with serious harm. But even though meaning of harm, I just feel like a joke is a joke. If you choose to say it to your mom, you say it to your mom. You don't want to say it, you don't say it. I wouldn't say it to my mom. I'll say it to my female friends that I know think as a joke. But because I don't I'm not intending it or you're a dishwasher. Because You might make more money than me. I'm just having fun with you.
But sometimes it's not even just a joke. Sometimes it's like, especially with compliments, you guys don't know how to word it. I remember there was this one guy that said to my friend that, oh, you're looking nice, you're looking like a Coca-Cola bottle, and then she was like, she was like, no, especially not even the girl that he said it to. My other friend was even the one that was like, hold on a second, why are you saying that to her? Like, that is just so disrespectful. And the thing is, if he said it to a different girl, like there are other girls who will take it definitely as a compliment. I know that for sure. But for her, like, she did not see that as a compliment. She saw it as like, no, you don't need to be commenting on my body like that.
I get what you mean, but also I think going back to Rich's point, he was mentioning about how I think one day in church we had like they had the couples thing. I can't remember what it was, and all the men. Well, one of the men was like, "Oh, men and women are not 50-50," and I think. On that day, we were all a bit like, whoa, what do you mean?
I think you said it was 70-30. I was like, what?
We were very, very triggered.
Yeah. So, and we were just like, excuse me, that's not what we know or what we kind of celebrate or what we do nowadays.
Is it like fairness or? But if you go back to the scriptures.
Yeah, because in the Bible, it's portrayed that men are more superior.
But at the same time,
wait. The Bible, no, to be fair, like, we did come out of man. Like, Adam, God put Adam to sleep, and he took a rib, and he made us. Yes. I get that. But I don't see why... I understand why we're not 50-50, don't get me wrong. I understand why we're not 50-50, but I don't think we should be treated as we are not 50-50. Do you get what I mean?
You guys aren't getting that the Bible was made at a certain time period, and in that time period, especially throughout the Bible, not just in Genesis, there's a lot of stories that happen about, let's say, men having so amount of wives, or men doing this, men doing that. But if you read it properly, it wasn't about Christianity or what God was sent to do. It was about what it was like at that time. Exactly. So I think people are reading the Bible and picking and choosing what they want to know from it, and like taking it out of context. And it's like, that's not what it's about. Like, even though, as you said, women and men are not 50-50, that doesn't mean that men are way more superior than women. Women can't do this, women can't do that, because women are not 50-50 in the Bible.
Because at the same time, like, I agree with what you're saying. Like, sorry, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, sorry. I was going to say, like, God, at the end of the day, God is the one that, I don't know how he made those people write the Bible, but he still did it. And at the end of the day, we're still equal under God's eye. Like, a man can easily be replaced with a woman, doesn't matter. For example, take Deborah in the Bible. Okay, she was the first judge, she was the first what's the name, war leader, and what did she say? She said that, the victory's going to go to a woman. So I think that at the end of the day, whether everything,
for your name's sake. Exactly.
She wanted to say that for the longest. But I still believe that, even though, like, women not being 50-50 is absolutely, I feel like it's wrong. Like, women can be anything they want. Like, there's no boundary. But we have to remember that this situation we're talking about women are less. It's still happening in other countries around us. Like,
but it takes time.
It's still happening. Like,
it will take time.
People still take fathers still mind their daughters off to men that they didn't even know.
Exactly.
So it's still happening. Like, we should not forget that. But I still feel like women make money. Don't be broke. Just keep stepping.
I think just be the person who you want to be. Don't think about like anything else. I think that's the way.
But I feel like the concept and the main idea behind International Women's Day, as Hannah said from the beginning, is celebrating where we've come. And I feel like on a level we have come so far. But going back to, I think Hannah said something about how certain jokes can affect your mindset. Like that little girl that's that video that's going around, that little girl recently, about how she
she said into the mirror when she was doing her hair, and then she was like, I'm ugly, and then so it was, I was like, what?
Like, it's so sad to see. She's 4 years old. Like, we'll post it on our story, but anyway, this little girl, she's 4 years old, and she looks at herself and she's like, yeah, I'm ugly. She's getting her hair done, and the hairdresser's like, no, honey, you're pretty, you're beautiful. Don't say that to yourself. And I feel like some girls at this age anyway,
she's 4.
Exactly, 4.
She should not be thinking
I'm ugly at this stage.
Yeah, but why?
Because we're classically women are just supposed to.
Did you just say?
Why?
Sorry.
No, I'm thinking like, why?
We don't know the roots.
Why would you think that?
We don't know the roots of the
yeah, exactly.
We don't know what she's exposed to, and
because it might be from like boys bullying her in her school.
I don't know that.
Or like everything.
But like
That's
a girl that's
girl shouldn't be saying that.
You know what it is? I feel like
it's true.
maybe in our surroundings, like everyone there lack education. Of like, this is how you treat a
They're
woman.
4 years old.
Yeah, but like
don't know what can happen.
their
Life is different now.
Children are very, very like, what's that word?
They're like sponge.
They sponge up everything around them. So maybe that if the kids around there are used to
they're yapping them up.
their fathers now bashing their mothers or stuff like that, they're gonna bash her in school. Like even though she's 4 and everything, even though as a child you shouldn't be feeling those kind of.
And I just think it's sad that a little girl, a 4-year-old girl, is saying I'm ugly. Like, how could she shouldn't even know what the word ugly means at that age? She should just be living her life.
She's just starting school as well.
Exactly.
4.
That's like nursery.
It means someone has been saying to her, oh, you're ugly, you're ugly, you're ugly.
Yeah.
Something must have happened, but you just don't know what.
Yeah, exactly.
It's terrible. It's harsh.
Probably think that should never happen anywhere. That girls should not be feeling like they feel they're ugly or something like that because God said everyone's beautiful. God made everyone
in his own
In his own image. So none of you are ugly. You're beautiful. You're on God's image. So
It's just the way people say to people, and after it causes them to like self-hate themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
what about let's put this back into respect of people who are more or less our age, and the whole like Instagram generation of she's a catfish because she puts on this much makeup, and today she looks like Jessica, tomorrow she looks like Angela. What's going on?
It's not wrong.
Things like that. How do we view that? How do we see it?
No, see, I think
That's
it's
sticky ones.
girls are actually insecure. I think.
Yeah.
No, not all of you. I'm not saying you, but like
But
some
what
girls.
You just said girls are insecure.
Okay. I mean,
about some
girls, certain girls, insecure.
Okay,
About the way they look, but
men as well.
but that comes to the way people are like telling them of how they look. If someone
I
says you're
don't
ugly,
think so.
You know what? I was watching this video and they were saying it was like a social experiment. They were like, "Oh, would you date a girl with acne?" And then the guy was like, "Does the girl care that she has acne? If she cares, I'll care. If she doesn't care, then I will."
Actually, it's very true.
That's good.
That's a lie. Let me tell you that right now. He cares. He cares.
No,
That's a lie.
No, it's not true.
When he gets into a relationship and he goes on date, it's fine. It's when he starts taking pictures.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, bitch, it depends on the person.
And all the man there want to make comments. That's when he's gonna care.
So girls,
when you girls go on Instagram and post all smooth skin, those spots that I feel like you females bring on yourself.
Yeah.
Smooth skin.
You girls as well.
And the girl with her acne, she's out crying her eyes out.
It's boys and girls too. It's boys and girls.
If girls, were like, oh, yeah, love yourself. The guys would not really care.
I'm not
what
gonna
you care
lie.
about is what we now give back to you.
I feel like I feel like guys care so much. We'll just all end up saying that.
No,
oh, we don't care.
I feel like you guys
Wait. If girls didn't care, boys wouldn't mind it too.
Okay, but can I say something? I'm gonna say now, when I dress up, when I look good, I don't look good for a guy. I look good so other girls can say, oh, that girl looks good. So really, I feel like we do put the pressure on ourselves.
Because it shouldn't be like that. You shouldn't
It shouldn't be like that.
But it is.
But that's how it is.
But it's the way we grew up too as well, because like around now you have social media and everything, and what you post there is basically reflecting who you are. And then after you
No, it's
like,
not even who you are, it's a fake who you are.
Yeah.
But that's
Just your highlight.
That's the people who are putting like the makeup and the luxury clothes and all that.
Gloss.
and the lip gloss.
To influencers, like all these female influencers. So what you put out is what you believe in, not what you want to sell for money.
Exactly. But at the same time, influencing is a job. I can't lie.
I think, right, with the influencers thing, like, I see that I feel like more women influencers should all come together and be more of a unit. Because they're always fighting against each other. Like, who's that girl?
I was just seeing this.
What's her name?
Bad Barbie with Sky Jackson.
Yes,
Bad Barbie with Sky Jackson are just arguing over each other. It's just money.
Over a guy as well, fam. About money.
Exactly.
This is
Bad Barbie.
Oh, yeah.
It is rubbish.
It's okay, you call it rubbish.
I'm sorry. No, it's rubbish.
But it's true though. It is because, like, how do you make money? I just don't understand how you see something like that and you try to profit off it. I don't understand.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I get what she's. Then people will say she's on her hustle. She's got to eat. You know, she's got a house. She's got bills to pay and all of that nonsense. Yeah. I understand that, but don't do it at the detriment of putting down another woman. Like, this is International Women's Day. Let's do it every day, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Back to International Women's Day. We should like Meghan Markle, for example. What she done? Like, you know how they're not part of the royal family. Yeah. You think it's right because you know royal family they have standards, like you can't have social media, you can't have anything. So do you like agree with what Meghan done?
You know what it is?
Because she listened to it.
I feel like Harry's always wanted it. Meghan pulled it out there.
Yeah. I don't think so.
The reason why I believe that is because
he went to cart from the beginning.
Because you know how he's the second son, he will never like be line of succession. He will never be in that. It's like around 8th in line. So you like, instead of being controlled by the royal family, so let me just live my life and like be able to.
What did you do where he wants?
I never actually thought about it that way. I just thought that maybe since his wife wanted that, he was just being so wait, and he also maybe liked doing all those things, so he didn't mind. I just thought it like that.
I think you can't force someone to like someone who they don't like. So what Harry done, was right for himself, so he didn't have to leave.
Because even start from younger years, he used to go out partying.
Exactly.
Fully naked at some point.
Yeah, it was. There was a naked picture.
Might as well just do what he wants then.
Even from a young, I feel like Meghan.
Yeah, I see like Meghan just like she was like the driving factor.
I feel like she just followed her heart. She did what she wanted to do. So why not?
No disrespect to the royal family and all that. Hail the king and all that. Queen, I'm sorry, hail the queen. But I feel like the rules of the royal family is so tight. It's too tight. It's so tight. And just because you're born into that doesn't mean
it's like you're living another life.
Yeah, doesn't mean like you have to be like hardcore, but it is.
Just to play devil's advocate though, the royal family, they're the royal family for a reason. If we look up the word dictionary, like in the word royal, if we look up royal in the dictionary, I don't even know what it says in the dictionary. Goddamn. Anyway, but basically, the royal family, they're royal for a reason. They've set those. You know, those standards, rules, those boundaries, the standards, everything, the policy. And if you don't want to live by it, you don't want to live by it. But what I don't like is, why is it that Meghan must get the flack for it? Why is it
It's racist. It's racist. It's just racist.
It's a bit of a
skin color.
Because I feel the thing is,
I won't say racist, but I feel like because.
I think
on this, when what's her name? Was it Diana?
Diana, yeah.
Prince Diana was doing the same thing. She was Caucasian.
She was
Caucasian, so it's like they're technically like this doing the same.
She went with an Asian man.
But the thing is, Meghan Markle is easier to hate on her than to hate on Harry.
Yeah, because
she's new. Of a different race. She's American. It's easier to just hate on her. So I think people are.
But it's not fair.
It's not fair.
But what I feel like is, if let's say Harry married a white lady, I don't think a white lady will have the guts to say, okay, I don't need to be part of the royal family.
Especially if she was white British and she knew about
the standards that she has.
But we can't say that. I don't want to discriminate against anyone, against white women anyway, because you don't know. They may have the guts to be like, no, I don't want this.
That's true. There's a few out there. There's like 1 in a million.
Like it's different because it is Meghan. I don't want want to bring up the race, but
I think
a lot of girls of different races like know how to back it up.
I'm actually happy they left, because as soon as we saw that wedding, we all knew that from here it's gonna go downhill for them. It's either they're gonna get pushed out or they're gonna leave, and I'm happy that they left. Because we all know that especially Megan, would have been putting a lot of help and a lot of fire in that whole family. So I'm happy for them that they left, sir, because she's black. She has to understand that you're not going to be accepted, no matter how much you try to portray it on social media, or no matter how much you try to be nice to so and so and so. You're black, and that's just not gonna. It's not gonna work out. So they might as well leave anyway.
Fair enough.
Anyway, speaking of marriage, I saw this one post on Instagram the other day, and it was the woman going on her knee to propose to the man. So what do you think of that?
I don't believe in that.
I don't believe in that.
I don't believe in that.
Wait, what is the rules of leap year? Is it just on the day, or is it for the year?
Okay, so it's the year. So obviously we don't have the 29th of February every
It's only comes around every 4 years, yeah.
Yeah, so everyone knows what a leap year is.
Yes.
So on the 29th, this whole thing is like women now propose to men. So women do the thing that men would do.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure if it's like on a general level, but we're proposing. It's like this thing. Oh, it's the fourth every 4 years. Oh, we have this chance. Let's go propose, because women don't usually do that.
So is it also? Is it after the 29th it can happen, or any time within the year?
No.
So from January
only on that day. Because we don't have that day every year.
I don't see that there's a problem with it, but personally, if like my girl or whoever done that to me, it would like take away like the masculinity I have within me. So I feel like
pride.
Yeah, it's like the little bit of pride that you have that, or you have to do.
It's ego. Personally, I feel like if a girl proposes to me, I'll be like, like, do your thing. Like, you really want
I was still accepting it, but
I don't feel like just because, just because it's 29th.
Go, girl.
Just because it's 29th doesn't mean I have to propose. Because any other time you will not do it.
Exactly. I don't think you have to.
If you try to do it like with chest. Don't do it on that year.
29th.
This is one of our things. This is one of our things with our generation. We'll be advocates for Black History Day, Independence Day, International Women's Day, and all those sorts of things. But when it comes to an actual problem where you're in a relationship for 9 years and the man hasn't proposed, why don't you propose to the man? There's no problem in that. If the man personally, if you propose to the man and he doesn't accept it just because of that, that's honestly, there's a problem there.
So then what do? We say bye. Do we say
Adios.
bye?
Okay, then waste your thing. It's your own.
I feel like. No, sorry, continue.
Then waste how many years you spend with the guy just because the pride of the. Nah, fam. If you want to propose to your guy on 29th, propose. Just no for a fact. If he says no, he says no.
If he says yes,
if you're going to do it for the rest of the year or any other time during the year, don't do it because you're just looking like a fuck.
Doesn't even have to be 29th. Anytime.
If you want to propose to a man, propose to a man.
Have some confidence.
I'm all for
the stupid rule.
It's true. Women proposing, taking it, but I can't lie. When it's me, I want a man to propose.
I can't do that.
I'm not.
That is you girls. I'm gonna go out there have.
Is that what I said?
That doesn't mean
I'm encouraging you. If you can do it, if you have the chance to do it, well done. But for me,
if you're traditional, you're traditional.
No, because that's part of your independence.
Independence.
I understand, but I could be independent in other ways. Like it doesn't have to be that way. I can let you have that one. I'm not fighting about that one.
No, because then I think if you're in a relationship then, and you're for a relationship for 9 years and you're complaining that it still hasn't proposed, then you have no right to complain because you can easily propose to him. You have no right to complain. You can't be telling your friends, I've been in a relationship for 9 years, 10 years, he hasn't done nothing. Then you do something.
Well, that's true. No, because if he doesn't feel like it's the right time, 9 years,
it's not the right time.
Yeah, some people have different time.
No,
because you could be dodging a bullet.
Anyway, do you know why that for me will never happen? Because my mum will know that I will not propose.
If you know, sorry, after 9 years, if your mother will say propose, oh yeah, hurry up, it's that. I'm so sorry. No, you can't do it for 9 years. I'm so come and tell me that sometime, check.
I feel like guys are not ready for that responsibility in general. If girls don't make it like a priority that they want it, I kind of like guys, you just stay. You just
I think,
have the girl.
to be honest, like, let's think about, like, realistically, it's a conversation you have between you two anyway, and I feel like the conversation will be leading to where are we going? I feel like every year should be like a review and be like, okay, so what are we doing this year? Like, where are we going? Like, what plans and goals do we have together and individually, and how are we going to obtain those things? I think it's different if you're not talking about it together and then you expect it and then we expect it as women. But if we're talking about it and we know that's the direction we're going, then I'll be like, okay,
patience is needed.
Wait,
just
but best believe.
Imagine you go for you're not wearing a ring like a badgie.
Exactly. The masculinity within me will just disappear. No, I'm walking around and the ring is on my hand.
Wait, hang on a minute.
Obviously,
but you still wear a ring after marriage.
You deal with it the way you want to.
Exactly. You don't have to. However it comes, it comes. Just do it normal way. It's just she's proposing. That's the only difference.
Is it even Christian for women to propose to?
I don't think it matters.
I don't think about it.
I don't think so. I've never come across it in the Bible. I don't know if someone knows.
Well, if anyone finds out, just DM us on Instagram.
Wait, can I just add another thing? But has anyone watched Love Is Blind?
No. I've only watched the first episode. I can't lie.
Yes, it is by force.
Guys, is love actually blind? That's a question for another.
You haven't watched the show, so how would you know?
I have watched it. I've watched one episode.
What do you think about like the pay gap between men and women?
It's unfair. It's unfair.
I have 2 points. If what's it called? Let's say they're acting Hollywood movie star whatever, and they're both taking let's say it's a joint lead role. I feel like they should both get paid the same because they're taking in they're using both of them are using the same level of skills.
Even these days, I think women should get paid more because women know in terms of acting and that lead roles, because women usually they have to a lot of these women have to do a lot of things when they do these lead roles. Get a little bit frisky.
I feel like as long as you have
it's 50-50.
As long as you have the same role, exactly the same role, please pay them the same.
But the only reason
what do you mean?
Can I say something? What I'm trying to say, let's say we go into football. Like football is different, you get me? Because both of them are doing the same sport, but
the level of participation.
The level of quality as well.
No, that's a lie, because I feel it's just because you don't get more coverage. You don't get paid.
The reason why I feel like is that because the level of attention to men's football is higher.
So I'm not saying
I'm not saying that's why they should be paid less. But I'm just saying
I understand.
The level men get more attention. Even my women love men's football. They love women's football. So I feel like that's why they get paid way more than females.
With this whole pay gap thing, I have to say, with this whole pay gap thing, a lot of people have been saying it, but no one's able to actually pull up actual facts of where the pay gap is coming from. Because let's say popular jobs for women, for example, supermodels who are women get paid so much more than supermodels who are men. Their pay gap is so large and nobody talks about it. And there's loads of other jobs that are like that mainly women do, that men also do, but the pay gap is still there. When we're saying pay gap with this and this and this and this and this, no one's able to actually pull up where this is coming from.
Okay, I was about to say the same thing, but obviously it does when it comes to football and sports all around in general. There's for males, for men, there are more fans, more people who come to watch the male side, so they will get more money because more money is put into the male side. But for women, yes, women will have fans, but I'm sure not as many people will want to come to watch them, so they won't get as much money.
No, the thing is, the reason why they will actually get more money is because, let's say, for men's football, there's more like sponsorships and everything, so there's more money put into it.
The reason is because women
But the thing is, it just started. Men's football started long time ago,
over 100 years ago.
Exactly,
and this was what?
And women football only started getting recognition for like the past 20 years.
You cannot play during the war. Wait. This process takes time. It doesn't mean I'm gonna get paid. I mean, eventually,
it's gonna get
the same. But for now, the timeline we're in, you just have to deal with it. But in the future, it's gonna get better. It definitely is.
And I also think, I don't mean to be offensive, I also think it comes down to like anatomy and biology, innit? Because as a man, we're faster, we're quick, we're stronger. So the pace will move on quicker, exciting the fans. So
that's true.
That's what I'm saying.
Women's football is a little slow.
Even women's football, they do stuff that, not to be offensive, but little boys that men they're doing this league. It's just something that it will progress, but it will progress for women if it's more focused on. That's what I've got to say.
No, what I was gonna say is, what if it was just a box standard job, a cleaner? But do it right. Okay, let me not say clean. Let's say an engineer. We all go to university. We all get our qualification. We go to do our GCSE, do our A levels. We all go to the same uni. But and then male engineer might get paid more than a woman.
Straight off the bat, it's about the quality of work. I'm telling you.
No, it's not.
Guys,
you know that. Okay, wait. No. What I'm trying to say, if you're doing it's like the jobs you're doing are different. So let's say with football it's different. Like with engineering, you're doing the same thing. So I feel like you should get the same job. If you're doing literally the same thing, I think you should get the same price.
But I feel like,
but we have stuff like.
But I don't think like it's as bad as how it used to be before. I feel like nowadays
it's because that's what the attention put on it. So we need to keep adding more attention on one day.
Like Hannah said, I feel like women came from a point when they couldn't make money. Like they had to ask, man. I feel like from where it is now, I feel like it's like a slight thing. And back to the sponsorship thing about the football. If you will really feel so powerful about this, angry about it, sponsor yourself.
Exactly. Go and watch women's football.
Exactly.
Please, man.
Big women own big businesses, and you know there's sponsor women.
Hannah, go for it.
Excuse me. Last point, I think. I'm just gonna say, why do you think it is that women are progressing slowly?
It's a process.
It's a process, but why do you think that is? Because women weren't given the right to do what they wanted to do. That is why they're progressing so slowly. Yes, obviously.
I feel like because the women are progressing so slowly, because like before they're more, because you know how they weren't allowed to do some stuff, so they were more like used to like doing like their old stuff. So like when they're getting introduced to do, you can play football now, you can do tennis, you can be a doctor, you can be everything. I feel like it's taking some time because women they don't want to adapt to it as quick as other people. They want to take their time with it and they think like it will naturally happen.
This is my theory. As I said at the beginning again. At the beginning before.
Wow.
Why you want me? Let me land.
Basically. Really poor today, isn't it? My God.
Basically.
You pass English.
Adam was born or was made before we were. And then God put him, he done all the work that he was supposed to do. And Adam named all the animals, tended to all of them. And then he was made to sleep. And then Eve was made. So therefore, it might take a little bit longer for us to meet. There's never going to be an equilibrium. Do you know what I mean? So therefore, they already have like they're already a step ahead of us.
Too many things, race, religion,
and what we really want though is more inclusiveness. Like just include us, make us more recognizable, like just lift us up a little bit because we need it. We need just a little step here and there.
You should kick up.
We don't kick up.
Like the rich people, rich woman. they can help you guys too. So
Anyway, today's been a really interesting and very much of an eye opener today to see everyone's views. But this has been It's a Sticky One Still with me, Peace,
Mary,
Daniel,
Rich,
okay,
Hannah, and he also known as Deborah,
Simi,
David,
Jimmy,
and Kel.
And this has been.
Anyway, so this is A Sticky One Still, the podcast where we talk about sticky